that doesn't even matter, man. We all want that first place prize, but still, historically, this being the best that they've done, you know, it has.
Well, definitely this roster, yeah.
Yeah, this roster. But Nomad is going to be the first operator banned thanks to Chaos. So it's going to be LeStream's turn on attack. See what they're going to get out the way on Consulate.
All right, as you said, Nomad going to be the first ban by Chaos. LeStream's going to handle the next two. So Nomad, pretty self-explanatory. If you guys don't know what she does, she is relatively new to the game. So she has air jabs in which make it to where you cannot cross paths with. Otherwise, they will knock you on the ground. They're not fatal, except for sometimes if you do get knocked into a Claymore, which isn't that much fun. Next ban, though, going to be Capitao. LeStream's going to follow that up with a Maestro. Going to be pulling that away. We actually haven't seen him banned too often, and again, it begs the question, why not ban him? He clearly has a better weapon of the two defensive operators that we love to talk about the most, which will be Echo as well as Maestro. So in personal preference, I would much rather have Echo on the field and just bring in IQ than Maestro, because that gun is
the easy
just
counter.
So damaging. I mean, the difference is that Echo can move his yokais around, but still, Maestro can cause roughly the same effect. Only thing is they're obviously stuck in one spot. You can deal with them with explosives, but we've seen so many clutches this tournament with Maestro trying to pull away some of that factor.
So the one thing that I do want to pick out, with Maestro being taken out of the game along with Mira, I mean, Maestro would have been extremely helpful when it comes to watching that A site over there on the second floor.
Oh, he's always helpful.
He's always helpful, especially on that A site. I mean, he's definitely king when it comes to that. Mira being second to him when it comes to just having great positioning. But here we are, map number 2, round number 1. Pulse is secretly going to change off him. I feel like that's a great pick in my opinion.
That is a great pick.
Yeah, it's a great pick. Aces, putting away Ash and bringing in Jacko. That's going to be great, especially hunting down Pulse. But you're going to have IQ as well, which is going to be a direct counter when it comes to that.
Exactly. IQ kind of a double-edged sword against the defense right now. So, as you can see, she will be able to counter out Vitaline on the Echo, but she's also going to be able to deal with Secretly, who's going to be down below, trying to feed information upstairs, also trying to block that plant from possibly happening with those nitro cells. So Red Groove more than likely going to be poised downstairs as well. Lion and Wade when this plant could possibly go off. Lobby is going to be the first selection for Chaos. This is exactly what they did yesterday on Consulate as well. So, yesterday, the way that they started off their Consulate on defense, it was lobby, then to split, then to basement. And basement is actually where they ended up slipping up, which was very, very interesting. They actually won all of their rounds on defense yesterday against NIP on off sites. So lobby and split were their victories yesterday on defense here on Consulate.
And already, we're already going to have gunfire coming left and right. And Secretly is going to be the one that's going to get the first blood. The same story is map number 1, with him and Rendulas pretty much being the entry guys already.
Hold on. Alfama's trying to get a diffuser down. Corey's going to find a kill, and the plant's going to go through. No one's awake, asleep at the wheel. Secretly, where are you at? Get that cardiac sensor out, brother. Crimson finally found Alfama as they're trying to rotate outside or at least hold something down. Aces, though, with the refrag, and all hell is broken loose here in round number 1. It's Secretly in Red Groove continue to tack on. It's only down to Corey. Defuse coming through. He's outside. The hatch potential, though, going to be able to hold things down as Secretly will be able to defuse. And that's one of the fastest rounds I've seen with a plant this entire day.
I'm so confused.
Entire tournament, man.
I'm so confused. The fact that he was able to get into the site that easily, especially with the hatch open right above him, you would think that he would get shot up. But with smoke cover around him, he was able to get the plant, but then the defuse came once the Slays came out. The Pulse has to do better next time.
I respect them picking up the pace, but I mean, it ended up working out for Chaos in the end anyways. And really, that's all off the back of Buck not being able to secure that Pulse downstairs. So ended up losing in that opening kill that he possibly could have had, but in those tight of angles when you're both rocking a hollow sight, it's very difficult. You're like, is that his head? I don't really know. I can't get close enough to my screen, but here we have up Secretly the man downstairs who claimed that kill with Pulse. So as you guys can see, the entire roster is actually from Sweden, and he's 3.5 years. So that means that man's been playing ever since beta. So bring it back to the game here after that hellish round that completely threw me for a loop. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Big time. By the way, I had a little laugh not too long ago. Somebody in the chat, once Maestro was banned, said that they banned Milos. So I do want to give a big shout out to all of the casters out there, especially the community casters that helped with the qualifiers to come to this event. They all did a phenomenal job. So, hey, you know, you got to pay your respects. So,
absolutely.
With that being said, here we are, round number 2. 4 seconds left to go in the preparation phase. Then we're getting right into it. Let's see. Oh, okay. Little blocker cam going out. IQ should be able to sense that if they see that the window has been damaged a little bit. But Chaos, they're trying to rack up a second win, and hopefully the maps they can secure their spot in the finals. And
LeStream going to pick up this pace, but Renewal's going to be able to find 2. Both headshots with the SMG-11. So Chaos kind of playing into what LeStream's trying to do here. They're trying to pick up that pace, but they're focusing their sights too much on site. That's the issue right now, especially with the split site. You know that there's going to be pressure from upstairs. You know there's going to be people holding down that lobby from every square inch. Why would you try and hop that window? You know more than likely you're going to be punished. Alfama and Rise both paying the price for that.
But going in and just paying no respects to the roamers, especially Renewals, who's up top, was mute. I mean, he made quick work of him. And he has a nose of just where to look at all times and where to prepare for the entrance from attackers.
Well, here's the thing. They immediately shove 2 people to this window, but then the rest of LeStream comes over to console office. Why? Why would you not just rotate with your team, try and do some drone work with them?
They did none.
Keep your utility alive. Instead, it's, hey guys, we're going to try and rush site in 1 minute and 15 seconds. I mean, it did work the one time that Corey did it on Villa, but why would you try and do it now, especially on split site when it's so easily punishable?
Well, Chaos, one of the teams who was rated the most by me for adaptability in this tournament. Like I've said earlier, you know, they lost 1 game against NIP and then won the very next one. So that means that they learn from their mistakes. They know how to get better. And then the spiral stairs, man. Crips is going to creep up there, and Corey is going to get taken out. So the IQ player is going to be off the board, leaving just aces and hicks. It's going to be Jackal and Thatcher in the 2v5.
Are you positive that this is not just a Chaos shooting range? Pretty sure.
I mean,
I don't know.
You predicted him to win.
I mean, I know. Hey, you know, I might be right for once. You never know, because right now this is looking like T-Hunt here for Chaos.
It looks
easy. That much. Yeah, they're making it look easy, and that's nothing against LeStream. Just Chaos's strats right now are working out in their favor at every phrase of the word. Let me tell you, especially with that early aggression we saw from LeStream. Once again, both hopping that window, immediately getting punished off of just one angle directly above the window. And that's done pretty often, especially when you are holding that upstairs for split, is secretly is going to claim yet another life. From the top floor to the bottom is Vitalin's trying to find the last man alive. And again, that MP5 SD not doing very much damage, but he's got Renewals by his side, so it's not going to matter. That is still going to be a perfect round by Chaos Esports.
And there's nothing but smiles and laughter coming from the emotional leader of Chaos Esports Club. Every time they went around, you have Renewals yelling, yeah! You look down and he fist bumps everybody straight down the line, and you gotta love it. Emotional support from one of the top players on your team. Him and Secretly, when it comes to fragging out within the very first 30 seconds of the round, that has been the story of this entire series so far. And it seems like LeStream, they haven't learned that at all from map number 1.
Of anything that's kind of aggravating me right now about LeStream, it's almost like they didn't watch the VOD from yesterday, because everything that happened yesterday on Consulate against NIP is happening again. Chaos goes lobby first. Chaos goes split second. Now they should be going basement. Let me look back. Oh no, they're actually going Consulate. Okay, they're going to throw me for a loop here. Yeah. But again, they went console once yesterday. All this stuff is on VOD. They've done all of these things. So it's very interesting to see that LeStream is still a little surprised about what's going on. I mean, granted, today we do have a little bit better of a over-top view than we did yesterday.
I love it.
Yeah, but some of this stuff is all just self-explanatory. You know, on split site, you're holding the middle floor from the top floor. Every single angle, you have angles set up for the front door, the window, everywhere. That is your job upstairs.
So you're going to have to get rid of the guy up top
Exactly.
first.
You have to try and apply pressure to upstairs. I'm just very surprised they didn't start console office and try and push across. Great gameplay there by Chaos, especially in a perfect round. It's very, very hard inside of Rainbow Six to try and get one of those. But we're going to have a run out here by Vitaline. He's got a pre-fire, not going to find very much, but he will find a drone outside. So I guess it worked out in some manner, but he has expended 2 Prismas, but I don't see an enemy detected outside on our screen. all. So I'm going to assume that he didn't pull a little bit of a whoopty-wop here. As we have seen before with some of these alibis, where you throw a hologram outside and you just let it stand, and it always beeps that color. But despite that, we are going to have Vitaline finally find a kill. It's going to be an opening here for Chaos, and it's going to be Aces. He had some footsteps tracked, but it's not going to matter anymore. Once you die as Jackal, the utility is lost. It won't track anymore at all.
I mean, to piggyback off what you said during preparation phase, I mean, the roaming play from Chaos has just been overpowering LeStream Esport. I mean, starting off at renewals. I mean, even in ranked play, Silver's drawn out rooms before they go in. And it just doesn't seem to be happening with LeStream. But the thing is, we know that LeStream is capable of that. And the one player that I really want to see step up, I mean, we see a lot of Corey, we see a lot from Hicks and Alfama, but Aces, to me, is the ace. He is the ace. Like, he is the guy that's really supposed to stand out in games. And if he can elevate his game more than what he's doing already, I know it's a lot to ask for, but if he's able to really be that standout player like we see from players like Nesk and whatnot, I feel like it'll help out LeStream big time. But him falling first isn't going to help. Hicks and Rise pick things up, though.
Exactly. Well, jump off the back of exactly what you said there. As Corey will continue to ride on for LeStream as they finally found some footing. They've slowed things down a little bit. Aces, again, getting picked off pretty early here, but it doesn't seem to matter. Only 2 anchors left as Crips will be droned out, but I don't believe that he knows that has happened. There should be a peek coming from the sledge as Rise rushing his way up yellow here. Sees the man inside connector. It's going to be Red Groove on the Echo. Focuses more on the default cam, though. Red Groove trying to play off of Crips' potential frag inside of the flag hallway. He's going to dock himself up, though. Beauty of those stim pistols. Yet another drone going to roll through here as they will be able to recognize out Crips, and Corey's going to execute and is immediately right after they get the info. Alfama's going to swing in, but it's going to be Rise to close out the round, and that's the LeStream we want to see battling back here in round number 3.
Now that's the backfire coming from picking Echo. I mean, if you have a really good IQ player, especially like Corey, that's going to be out there getting rid of these yokai drones, I mean, you're pretty much going to be useless because, yes, the MP5, you have a beautiful scope with it with the ACOG where you can get such better aim from far away. That gun doesn't put out a lot of damage at all.
No.
So if you don't have yokai drones, you're literally at 3 speed with the weakest gun on the map, and you're not helpful at all. So it's all about strategy and just protecting your utility throughout the round. But I want to give a big shout out to Corey because he's been playing that role extremely well and hunting that down.
Well, I really like how he was trying to play off his dock inside of Flag Hallway, trying to keep him alive. And potentially, if that sledge did overpeak, that was going to be an easy frag for that man playing inside of Flag. So we will be jumping into the next round here. It's going to be back to the lobby. Yep.
1-2 last map. It's starting the same way again this map. I'm just saying, if history repeats itself, we're going to have Team Secret going against Chaos Esports Club.
The exact same. The exact same. That's the map from yesterday. It's the exact same.
Yeah, so Stokes is showing me his notebook. He's pretty geeky when it comes to stats. Pretty much every single site that we've seen so far coming from Chaos Esports Club is the exact same that we saw yesterday at the end of the day. So, I mean, are you doing your homework before Championship Sunday, or are you just trying to wing it to the finals? I don't know.
I don't know. The main thing for me right here now is this could just be a time where they're trying to fit Corey in the best environment possible, and obviously LAN is the best environment possible.
Corey's a standout to me.
At the end of the day, they already do have their bid to the Raleigh Major, so they don't have to be absolutely sweating bullets.
I don't want to hear that excuse. This is a tournament. You won first place.
I'm not trying to. Of course you do. Of course you do. But LeStream has never won this. Obviously, they want to win it, but at the end of the day, they do have that major bid. But some money in the pocket never hurt anybody, baby. Let me tell you.
And also, to go on from what you're saying, with LeStream already having a bid, Chaos wants this win even more, so it shows what their gameplay. So, I mean, that makes sense.
They're going to make Team Secret work for it. Helby's going to have to coach now. He's like, it's fine. We got the bid. It's good.
Well, Leo's looking comfortable, but the way Chaos is playing, I mean, I'm steady and I'm taking notes. I'm making sure I'm following everything that Chaos does right now if they win. But LeStream at the same time, I mean, they're going through some growing pains. And somebody's being jackal tracked at the moment, so, I mean, that's pretty much a death sentence. They're going to know where you are every, I believe, 2 seconds. So, yeah, 5 seconds. So there you have it. Corey's picking a window currently. Like I said, the newcomer on this team, he has played such a great role, and to me, he's been a standout. So I hope that he continues on with this great gameplay.
Yeah, LeStream currently trying to force someone to make a mistake with that utility of aces on the Jackal. So when the Jackal tracks somebody, they're establishing angles inside of sight so they can get it across. Obviously, since it pings you 5 times every 5 seconds. That means within 25 seconds, you get pinged 5 times, basically. Yeah. It's an easiest explanation for that. But since you want to rotate around, since you do get pinged that amount of times, more than likely you're going to have to shift into somebody's line of sight. And that's actually exactly what's going to end up happening, as aces will be able to find secretly. But Red Group is now, all of a sudden, going to find Corey as he has tried to swing in through console office. Crip's still inside of bathroom as he's trying to hold down yellow stairs. As LeStream, once again, slow and steady wins the race for them. 47 seconds only on the clock as Rise will be steering his way through a smoke grenade here. They need to find, once again, some footing here. Plenty of upstairs presence still by Chaos. They could try and go for a possible site take, and that's exactly what they're going to call for. Trying to rush down on a piano. But Alfama's going to be outside with the diffuser. Has to try and work his way up. Vitaline's going to get caught out from inside a piano. Pre-fire, but Rise wins it out. Doesn't matter to him. Crips, though, with a refrag onto Hicks as he will rotate his way back up yellow. It's only up to him in Red Groove here on these last dire 20 seconds. Alfama finally going to be trying to put that diffuser down. LeStream going to try and hold things down across the site so the Chaos practically cannot get back in. It's going to be a death sentence if you peek, but Red Groove will finally find Rise. Doesn't matter though. Diffuser already down. It's Red Groove. Motions down yellow, going to catch a few bullets, but he's going to equalize it here with aces.
Oh, Red Groove challenging. Aces getting the kill with the SMG-11, and he's going to go ahead and move on, leaving Alfama all by himself in the 1v1. Red Groove is going to be at the disadvantage, though. Even though that he might have the positioning, he is weak enough to die with just one shot in Alfama. He's going to go ahead and clutch it up for his squad. There goes the water. Is that going to go to aces?
It's going to somebody. Whoever's working real hard. Whoever's working real hard.
Oh, he has his own.
There you go. He's like, yeah, I got it. But no, very smart play by Alfama to rotate out after he lost his other defender. He actually put it in a spot where he can hold it over from kind of the main lobby area. He can just pre-fire around that corner and be able to take him out. Plus, I mean, if you look at the timer up at the top of the screen, Alfama only really had to delay about 7 seconds longer, and it would have been a perfect for him.
And you put yourself in a hallway to where, you know, you have window peak like available to just put you out the game, and you peaked it when you had a ton of time left. So I mean, that could have been a mishap over on that side for that team, but you know, great win overall. So let's see if this momentum can continue for LeStream Esports. See if that man Aces can step up big once more. We saw him have such a great round last round, and now we're looking at a tied game. But still, LeStream, they have to win this out. They cannot afford to lose another map, because if they do, Chaos Esports Club will be in the finals. This is going to be it.
Yeah, this is where it all matters now. So yesterday, they did end up losing one time on split to NIP. More or less confirmed one time on lobby, split, and lobby once again. So won their lobby hold twice. See if they can do it with split this time around. And LeStream definitely going to be well aware of some members of Chaos being upstairs, and more than likely not going to see a rush through that same window ever again on this map by LeStream.
All right. Yeah, Hicks repelling up the wall right now, trying to get into great positioning over here on balcony, looking in the projector, so he's going to work from top to bottom. We all know from previous experience that that's what you're going to have to do going against this team. Don't know pretty much where the rumors are, but they have a ton of intel that's going to be on their side, and it's going to be up to Corey and IQ to knock out all of Valkyrie's cans. But you have Echo, Smoke, guarding the site, which is going to be big for Chaos. They can keep them alive and safe from Corey. Actually, with Corey peeking and playing pretty aggressive, which is needed with this class, him staying alive is going to help out his team a lot. If he dies early, that's going to be a huge plus for Chaos.
Another issue here for LeStream is secretly going to have very minimal health, but he is still going to be alive, obviously, as Corey tried to claim his life, but did not follow through with it. So LeStream going to have to try and find some way to get these members out from upstairs. It's going to be a good start as Renewals will fall. That will be the mute. I believe that was a kill upstairs. Aces doubles down on the lives of Chaos here as they've claimed all of upstairs. Good adjustment finally by LeStream as we see them warming things up here in round number 5.
You have a Yokai drone that was hitting him up out of line. He's going to bring it right up from the basement as Alfama is going to get the best of Crips, leaving LeStream Esports in a 5v2. This is a favorable position. of a castle barricade blocking off a bit of this building. And as you see top of your screen, LeStream, they're going to find the A-bomb site even though they knew it was there. But Rev Groove walking into a 1v2, he had no idea. 2 headshots going to go for this team, and hey, it's looking good for LeStream finally, man.
That's how you counter strat.
Yeah.
That's how you counter.
Finally, they went from top to bottom.
Yeah.
And played it the right way.
Well, what I like the most is that they use more or less an information peak because of the view jammers. So they put Corey on the windows upside down. They know that the reinforcements are more likely going to be there. And there's always a guy traditionally inside of the kitchen. So holds that down, able to get a lot of damage onto smoke, confirms exactly what the setup is upstairs. So, okay, guys, let's rotate some people over to projector, get some pressure on the backside as well. And then we will swing aces over in on the opposite side of administration while Corey holds down the cross so that Mute can't possibly rotate. Confirming where Mute was and secretly was on that smoke was a very big deal.
And having smoke going down extremely early, I'm going to say it time and time again, that's one of the operators you just can't lose fast, especially within the first 2 minutes on defense. And as I'm casting, I have people coming by, waving in the booth, and like I said before, man, I love the LAN environment. If you've never gone to a Rainbow Six Siege LAN, I've been to a great amount in my lifetime. There's nothing like it. So for those of you at home, make sure you go ahead and buy your tickets. Go to the Raleigh Major. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be loud. You've seen what happened in Rio de Janeiro. We've seen what it was like at the Six Invitational. I'm pretty sure that they're going to step it up with this one this time around. But moving in to round number 6, the preparation phase is done, and now we're going to go right into the action. Let's see if Chaos can go ahead and get an early pick this time around, or try to get one more win to tie things up against LeStream, who has the lead for the very first time this series.
Yeah, who doesn't like good Rainbow Six Siege and good barbecue? I think that's what I got on my general.
That country North Carolina cooking.
Oh yeah, that vinegar-based barbecue sauce, man.
Ooh,
let me tell you.
What you know about
Dude,
that?
I lived on the East Coast for a long time. Let me tell you, I know everything about that. You know what else I know everything about?
Talk to me.
This game we're casting right now. Let me tell you. Yeah, information basis. 4,000 IQ plays only. That's it. That's all we know. So, Chaos going to be in the basement for the very first and last time on their defensive half, as obviously we are on round number 6. Already a minute in, though, as we can see secretly has expended most of his bandit batteries already on the wall. That Thatcher can make quick work of it, and Alfama could rip that open, but it does not seem to be the plan just yet for LeStream, as, again, they've picked this slower attack that's worked out for them the last 3 times. Quick rounds by Chaos, going up 2 rounds, and then immediately LeStream runs it back with 3. Chaos needs to find their footing right now on this defense, try and keep things equal. They ended up yesterday doing the exact same thing. They split with Nip here on Consulate, so if they're able to do that again, will Lightning strike twice? Will the underdog be able to make it to the finals?
There's a bit of a sandwich that Chaos is trying to make happen right now. With Renewals holding down Piano, he's looking straight to the first floor of Yellow Stairs, and also secretly sitting on top of Black Car, watching the entrance going into Yellow. So if anybody on the stream tries to run in, I mean, they're pretty much going to run into a kill box. They're going to get shot by 2 different people, and if they happen to get by secretly, it was the first person in Garage, then Renewals is going to be there to clean it up. But Rise, he's going to be one of the main guys watching Piano and knocking down his shield. Trying to pick up another kill for his team as Renewals is able to get one of his own. Aces takes out Red Groove, and the refrags are coming left and right, leaving the game in the 3v3. Make that a 2v3.
Secretly getting aggressive on Black Hearts. He's going to take out the pistol. Takes down Hicks. Rise with the refrag, though, as Vitaline will figure it out here for Chaos. And that's going to mean the split's going to happen once again. 3-3 here as they kind of come out of the gate swinging there. But that pistol swap, a little bit of a pistol whip, you could say, by that bandit on Black Cars. So I think honestly that's probably my favorite engagement of this entire round there, is Smoke tries to crawl into the corner just to waste as much time as possible. He's like, hey, I've got a sledge occupied all the way upstairs.
Yeah.
Rise was able to get the refrag, but Vitaline immediately shuts him down, knowing that he was going to drop from the bathroom hatch. So again, it's all in those crazy moments where communication with your team means the most. You don't want people repeating things over and over again, or as Flint likes to call me out for them, Xbox callouts. That's what he likes to call
them. Why you gotta flex on the Xbox
Exactly,
players, man?
exactly, man.
Yo, Flint is
But
mean.
I do agree with him at the end of the day. If you want to repeat something 3 times that I already know,
you shouldn't have to.
Exactly.
No.
So clear, concise callouts are what's needed. That's where you win out in those rounds.
Xbox callout.
Xbox callouts. Yeah, Flint loves to hate me. It's fine. So.
But that's Flynn's personality, and I love him for it.
Oh, I love him too.
I love him for it. I miss him. I can't wait to see him over in Europe when we go back. But back into the round, it's going to be round number 7, 3-3, tied up with both teams. And it's going to be Chaos Esports Club with 1 map to go. Still, LeStream are going to have to win 2 maps if they want to make it to the finals. And the preparation phase, we're going to be down to the next 5 seconds. And hopefully the drone work from LeStream has been on point. Oh, excuse me, who switched sides halftime. I'm sorry, man. I'm so focused on the game. Yeah, halftime, so they're going to switch sides. So hopefully the drone work from Chaos has been on point, because it's something that we haven't seen done well from LeStream until they started to adjust a little bit and do it better after they lost too many rounds.
It's not your fault. We could sit here and talk about how many angles are on console for hours and hours and hours, but that's the beauty of Rainbow Six. There's so much stuff inside of the game you can pull out at any time and talk about. I mean, that's the love of, this is why it's the love of my life.
So
There's always
being the guy,
new.
being the new guy in the casters crew, like I've had.
I love you for being the new guy.
I love you too. I've been playing, like I've been grinding like nonstop every day. Rainbow Six Siege to learn the game, and talking to Lottie and Rain Day in the back. It's like, you know, you have to continuously play this game because you learn something new every single day. Not just me, but even the veterans in the game. And that's what makes the beauty, and that's the allure of this game to me.
Exactly. Like, even coming from someone like me, like I have 3,000 hours in this game. I learn something new every single day in this game. You know, well, I'm nowhere near Pengu. Pengu's got over 10,000 hours.
Oh, he's a super geek.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's one of the best players in this game of all time. So, I mean, when I'm at 10K, apparently I'll be right around that, hopefully. I mean, whatever. Anyway, some stun grenades going to come through to boom, some ADSs. Actually, an impact as well from up top that's going to damage Rise a little bit. Funny enough, that utility is called a lifeline, but it's going to actually end up bringing Rise closer to death here. So, Red Groom going to be over on the west side trying to hold down console office and the crosses. This is what this positioning is going to grant Chaos. Is they're trying to pick back up Hicks, and they will confirm that as Rise tries to rotate back to site. First note to be called coming out though is Chaos. Again, they've been pretty slow on offense today, but it's been working out for them. Pretty slow and steady has indeed been winning the race. So we'll see if that continues now.
It was pretty unfortunate for Secretly, who's downing Buck right now, because he was repelling right up the bathroom wall. I'm pretty sure that he knew that there was one guy there. Little did he know that LeStream Esports, they actually had 2 players in bathroom. And yeah, they made quick work of Secretly. So taking Buck out of the game, releasing a lot of verticality, stress off of your mind by taking him out. It was a pretty big win. But now we're going into the last 50 seconds of the round. And Chaos being down and getting a line sight on him. Vitaline is going to be successful. No, it was a timely refrag, but he was able to get it. Little does he know, there's a guy on the stairs to his right. So now coming down to the last 30 seconds, it's going to be Rise with the headshot.
LeStream trying their damnedest to stay alive right now, as Aces will be finally able to open something up. Rise continuing the streak. It's all up to Renewals on the connector window. He's only got 20 seconds, and he's on Repel. You have to try and get in the building, Renewals. Run, buddy, run. But there's still 3 people inside of sight. Toxic Babe still online for Hicks, and it doesn't appear that it's going to matter. As he repels down balcony, Rise is ready for him to possibly swing in through this window. But Renewal's going to claim 1 life. Is he going to be able to follow it up? Not enough time. Safe haven here inside of connector, as LeStream will find their first defensive round.
All right, so there you have for LeStream. But you know what, guys? You've seen the team and you know their names, but I say we go a little bit deeper and have a little listening. Brought to you by HyperX.
Kan du komma upp red kanske?
Ja, ni är red. You're red. Ett HP. Asher. En är på lången också. Master. En master, dör en på lången.
Var det den sista? Jag
Nej, jag är inne i trofé.
Det är 3 kvar, chilla bara.
De har top red, låter som.
Ja.
Det låter som en är blå.
Master downa. Soffa.
Var det
Nomad. Master.
Sista soffa. Spela tillsammans.
Ja,
jag är inne blå.
Det är ingen cam. Ja!
Bra!
Vad fint!
Bra!
Vad fint!
That was a beautiful listening, and I'm really happy that this has been brought to us by production. But I don't speak their language, but the comms have been extremely clear, and you can tell by just the tone of their voice and the tone of their call-outs, they're calm. They know what's going on, and it's showing with the score of the maps right now.
Yeah, I will say the one thing that was kind of comical to me about their calls is that they speak mostly in Swedish, but right when they make a call out on where somebody is, it switches to English. He's like speaking in Swedish and then goes, sofa. And you're like, oh, okay, well, I know where that is, you know? Very, very interesting by Chaos. But hey, it's working for them. They've made it all the way here to the semifinals. And honestly, they're poised to take this map. It's so close right now. It's going to be whoever is able to finally find that accelerant that fuels this flame under their team.
So here we are, round number 8. Less than 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. You can have Valkyrie play along with Legion and Echo. So there's going to be a lot of intel that can be gathered by LeStream. And with IQ not being in play, something that we saw a lot from LeStream Esports when they were on attack, they're going to have a great time on defense. But with Dockaby going to be in play as well, Chaos will be able to find roamers and have a great time finding them, singling them out. But on yellow stairs, it's going to be Rise. He's toying with danger. This is a player over in Highlight.
It's going to be secretly up there inside of the Skylight. It's going to establish an angle, Highlight, Skylight, Bylight, whatever it is, but definitely going to shine Sun down. And speaking of Sun, Renewals is going to see none of that. So Fama will be able to actually kill him outside as he hops out on top of balcony. You don't see that too often from these 3 armors unless you're manning that Doc or Rook. But this time it's going to happen with the Echo, and that's going to be the thing that shuts down Chaos just a little bit as they're trying to establish these angles upstairs. Try and put some pressure on these roamers. They have the pings coming out. They know where most of these players are, but they're going to have to take the initiative as it is going to start off with an explosive finish to Rise's life as things will finally be equalized.
All right, still utilizing Buck from up top, and a kill coming through for Vitaline, taking out Fama, which is going to be big. That's going to be the Echo player. So the Yokai drones, they're going to be in play, but you're not going to be able to stun anybody. The plant denial isn't going to be in your favor anymore, but still, you have some great trap operators when it comes to Smoke and Legion. And hopefully the intel coming from Corey is going to help LeStream Esports, even though they're down by numbers. They're shooting out a drone that was thrown by Chaos. They still have a lot of time on their hands, and they're losing their thermite currently and secretly. Going to sneak up on Corey on Repel. Get a nice little kill.
More of a Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you situation here as Vitaline is down with the diffuser inside of Lobby off more or less a solo push, and Ace is all the way over in Tellers. Actually, he's down outside, so don't know exactly how that happened. I would assume that he fell down as well, yes. So does tend to happen sometimes in this game. Lucky enough is you don't die unless you've been rezzed before, so they are going to be able to pick up Vitaline. Or he got down outside.
No.
Yeah, it was actually Aces baiting him over at the front door. I was wondering what he was doing over at Tellers. I couldn't really tell exactly where Vitaline was. So that is still going to be the diffuser down outside. Phone call going to come out from Crips. It's going to be his last Logic Bomb as he's trying to work his way in. That's one other thing about those Logic Bomb calls. Makes it a lot harder to hear where those footsteps are coming from. Crips going to rush to the bathroom, but he's also going to have to rush to get to the diffuser. Aces could be able to clutch up this round off of the back of his life. Smoke grenade's going down. He's going to claim 1 life, but backing up is Crips going to choose to plant the diffuser, and that's going to be Aces rushing in, grabbing this last kill, and it's Aces all the way on a 4K. Heads up play there by the man all the way on the right side of the bench, baiting the downed man outside. We saw some of this yesterday happen with Nip, and it was actually Chaos who did it from upstairs inside of console office, the man that was down inside of piano. But taste of their own medicine here in round number 8.
He took the most difficult way to get that last kill as well.
He did. Oh,
like,
yes,
that was just style points at that point. But when I called out Aces earlier on in the game, it wasn't because, I was trying to throw shade at him or down him at all. It's the fact that I know that he's greatness. He's greatness personified. I mean, the ginger on the team, he's really a standout player. And the fact that he utilizes patience, which is actually king in that situation, he was able to get the first kill. He was able to bait and get the 2K before that, but then he got the first kill going into sight, backed up. He knew, he was highly aware that, hey, there's 2 seconds left and the guy's going to have to plant. So once that timer goes down, I'm going to run over the front desk and get the easy kill to put my team up by 2 points. So now LeStream Esports, they're up 5-3. This is it. All they need are 2 more rounds. They're that close to tying the map up 1-1.
Yeah, they say people with red hair in their beard, red hair in general, are from Vikings. Did you know that?
Aces, if you call him a Viking, I would believe it. He's a big guy,
yeah,
man.
He's got ice in his veins, man, just like the Vikings did back in the day. Let me tell you.
Shout out to Zoronic.
This man, shout out to Zoronic indeed, man. That's the most Viking man I've ever met in my entire life, let me tell you. But besides that, that entire round was the Aces show. There was no one else on the stream really doing anything besides dying. So, I mean, that's a danger of Rainbow Six. I don't believe that Thermite was downed by a rifle. I don't think that he was downed by a weapon, is what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, I think that he downed himself, and then they had the info outside of the Valkyrie cameras, and that was a call by LeStream. Hey, he's downed out by the lobby door. Bait him on tellers and wait for someone to come and get him. And it just worked out because the diffuser was outside. So they had to worry about Aces re-peeking, and eventually, oh, hold on 1 second as I'm going to hold my thought. Corey's going to have to try and hold down this wall here. He's going to add 2 more batteries. Alfama trying to hold the cross here on yellow door, but not going to have to worry about it too much. But lastly, just heads-up play by Aces. Good call by the team all around. Again, when you see crazy plays like that happen, there's somebody feeding that information to that man. A lot of the times it's not just, hey, I had an instinct and all of a sudden I made this happen.
I mean, stupid luck happens a lot in this game, but that was planned. That was premeditated. But with Panda control, you're gonna have secretly utilize the skeleton keys on the buck. He's gonna open up the floor from down below with the salt breach, which is gonna be big when it comes to getting rid of bandit charge. And not only that, you can check down a frag grenade, get a kill, get rid of batteries, and Aces trying to get stylish right now with the run out. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get a kill. But now coming down to 1 minute and 35 seconds left. Time is starting to become a factor in Chaos. They're playing it well. They have enough time on their side, and secretly is going to make the most of it, taking out the bandit player in Corey.
Means that wall is going to be free real estate here for Chaos. Red Groove and Violent can possibly rotate over, and the telltale sign of a Thermite going off in the distance tells us that he's opened up one of the panels. Just depends on which one he's opened, really. So first, Logic Bomb will come through. Gonna make things a little bit harder for this defense of LeStream to stay together. Chaos seems to be in the driver's seat, at least for the time being here on round number 9. As you see, Rise taking a little bit of damage as Legion currently inside of Center, at least in the lobby, locked down by the front door. Trying to get some assistance by Aces to get the heat off them. Rise trying to have that gunfight. Might end up paying his life, but no, finally we'll be able to rotate out. Secretly and Renewals both have quite a bit of damage done to them as well. Only 43 seconds here for the offense to try and make something happen. They have all of the angles they could possibly want, but LeStream has had time to adjust. This is going to be a firefight for sure coming down to the last 30 seconds.
Speaking of adjustment, you see how Alfama, he gets the Yokai drone, brings it in the garage, and is there for this moment right here. If he's able to utilize it, yes, the plant now is going to come in. You know what, Vitaline? He's going to be persistent. He's going to try once more, and with 2 seconds left to go, the plant now kicks in. So now the Yokai has to recharge. A double kill comes from LeStream Esports. Chaos, you're going to have to make something happen. With one player left to go, Vitaline goes down. The diffuser is going to be Saber. That word was hard.
It's really
to get
weird
out.
with diffuser being diffused. I can't blame you.
I was like,
I can't
is
blame
that the
you
right
on
thing to
that.
say?
I almost do it all the time, but I can't tell you one thing. That's
was an amazing
5
round.
players in 8 seconds that LeStream just mopped the floor with. So as we say, oh yeah, Chaos has all the angles they could possibly want. Even smart utility usage. You recognized out that the Yokai was damaging them quite a bit because he was allowing him to try and replant and wasting even more time. Every single time you try and plant the diffuser, that's 7 seconds. He's stopping him at just about 2 seconds every single time. So it's another 5 seconds every single time for a reset. So overall, that's 17 seconds to get a diffuser down. If he ends up getting it down, he did, but it took plenty of time for LeStream to get aggressive. They tried to use the EMP to stop it, but it was too late.
It was way too late. It was way too late. And it's not only the fact that it was plant diffuser. Excuse me, it stopped them from planting the diffuser. You have players looking up for the Yokai drone because they want that plant to go down. So when you have a distraction like that, that's when they all came down to frag out, and next thing you know, the game was won. That was such a great round, but we're going to go into a tactical timeout. Let's talk a little bit more about Hicks. I know you've seen these players. You've been around the game for a long time. What do you have to say about this guy?
I mean, what isn't there to say about Hicks? I mean, obviously he's a support IGL, as you guys see from his role, and I feel like everyone's nemesis today has been Penta.
And Penta hasn't even made it today, too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's just from, you know, the old guard of Penta, which used to be what is now G2, obviously.
I think they mean Penta.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Hungry and them did to them, but Hicks, he's been a standout player for LeStream for a very long time, always able to hold down sight when needed. But again, we're looking to this man to try and do it once again here on the offensive side of the spectrum, though. So going to be needing him to get a couple more of those hard breaches off. But the real tale of the tape here is, can Chaos possibly come back 3 rounds? Again, I hate to say it, but we've seen it happen before in
We've seen it happen
dynamic
before.
fashion. And I'm not going to name any names, but it's a very hard thing to see when you have that kind of a lead.
Don't say it. But Chaos, if there's any team out there that can do it, I'm going to say it's definitely going to be them. Being down 3-6, I mean, that hurts. That hurts big time because early picks are coming in your favor now. But we've seen them at just before. I mean, if you could get destroyed against NIP and then come back and beat them, I mean, you definitely learn how to really outcome any situation thrown at you, and this is going to be it. This is where perfect gameplay is going to have to thrive, and you're going to have to pull through and win 3 straight to try to make the overtime to knock out LeStream.
Well, we're going to have 3 perfect rounds here by Chaos on the offense. Is switching things up a little bit. Secretly has been known for his buck play before, and last time I did watch him in regular season, it was on this map in particular. So plenty of time on this map, as we did see them once again defeat NIP yesterday. 7-5. So this time it's going to require overtime if they can even make it happen in the first place. But LeStream definitely know what they're doing when it comes to map bans, but I will say this. Apparently it's one of those days where you choose the opponent's map, because right now it looks like it's going to be LeStream all the way, as Rise once again punishing Chaos for their early game pressure.
It's pretty much like both of these teams switch places. You know, we saw one team just punishing the other, which was Chaos punishing LeStream Esport off of these early picks. And now, you know, they're getting a taste of their own medicine. You're going to have the Buck player and secretly go out, which is going to be a big blow from a fragging standpoint. He has great firepower coming from that gun, and skeleton keys are definitely useful. But Renewals moving in towards balcony right now, as one of his teammates in bottom line goes down. So now Chaos, they're really looking at losing this map if they aren't going to be able to clutch it up. You still have Dockerby, you have Thatcher, and you have Twitch alive. You can make something happen.
Finally, Chaos is going to find a kill. It's going to be Crips eventually finding Corey, but Rise has already done plenty of damage here for the defenses. Chaos trying to find some footing. They need to get an entry frag that's actually on site. Corey was a little bit misplaced. 4 people, still plenty to hold down side, as Alfamo will confirm yet another. Things just get harder and harder for Chaos to try and pull this back. It's one of the quickest rounds we've seen here on console so far. Ace is poised at the top of yellow stairs, forcibly trying to make Chaos hop into sight, as LeStream is not trying to search for these kills just yet, just trying to waste that timer. Rise with yet another outside, and Aces with the confirm. We're going to map 3 as LeStream takes Consulate 7-3.
That was extremely questionable, and it was really hard to watch. We saw Echo being a big help when it comes to winning rounds for LeStream, and that's mostly because you didn't have a counter for it. If you have Valkyrie and Echo in play, and you see that, you're able to swap out picks later on in the operator pick phase. Why not pick IQ? But now you're putting yourself in a situation where you don't have an outright counter for these 2 operators, and if you go down, it's going to be even harder. If you're trying to rush into site and plan at the last minute, you're not going to know where the Yokai drone is, and you're pretty much praying for a win. So Renewals and the rest of his team, you see bottom line on your screen. They're huddling, they're trying to get in their heads that, hey, we know what we're capable of. We can come back and beat this team. Well, LeStream on the other end, yes, they had a very slow start, but Corey and squad, they're ready to win. They're ready to go. They're primed for tiebreaker map. So we're gonna see who comes out on top. Do you remember what tiebreaker map was gonna be?
It's gonna be Bank.
Okay, it's gonna be Bank. That's gonna be extremely tough, and let's see who's gonna come out on top.
Yeah, I think the real notation here for me is we're playing 2